Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, February 12th. Well, it's going to be a wild ride over the next 5 days or so. The worst the winter has to offer will hit the Mid-Atlantic region between now and late Tuesday night. We have some accumulating snow this evening into the overnight hours as a major Arctic air outbreak arrives in the I-95 corridor. Looks like snow showers, possible snow squalls, maybe even a period of steadier snow. This evening into the overnight hours, accumulations on the order of a coating to an inch or two by tomorrow morning. Then just some extremely cold conditions this weekend. Dangerous wind chill values. Wind chills will drop to minus 15 to 25 below later tomorrow into tomorrow night and Sunday morning. Low temperatures, actual air temperatures will drop to near zero in and around the big cities in the I-95 corridor. Late tomorrow night, early Sunday. Temperatures will hold in the teens on Sunday, and then we have to deal with a big storm in the Monday-Tuesday time frame. Looks like snow could break out on Monday, become heavier late in the day or early Monday night. Then it looks like it'll transition over to sleet and freezing rain, and then finally to plain rain on Tuesday. Before that change over to plain rain occurs by Tuesday, there certainly can be a significant buildup of snow and or ice, especially in the suburban locations to the north and west of the big cities. Well, we have a lot to talk about over the next few minutes. Let's start off by looking at the latest surface map. First of all, there is high pressure sitting right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region this morning. And if it wasn't for the cold air coming this weekend, this morning's temperatures would be really noteworthy. We were down to near 11, 12 degrees in many of the suburban locations of Philadelphia early today, way below normal for this time of the year. But it'll be even colder than that this upcoming weekend. Temperatures down near the 0 degree mark this weekend. Up across New England by Sunday morning, places like Boston and Providence, they could actually challenge their all-time record lows. They'll be aided somewhat by decent snow cover. New York City certainly could reach the 0 degree mark by Sunday morning. If in fact that occurs, that would be the first time there since late January 1994. In that same Arctic air outbreak in January of 1994, Philadelphia dropped to 1 degree. Many Mid-Atlantic residents will remember that winter of 93-94. That was noted for numerous ice storms, and indeed it had a severe cold air outbreak late January of 1994. This one will certainly challenge that one. Here is the Arctic frontal system right now up across the Great Lakes, anchored by a very strong high pressure across southern Canada. That Arctic blast drops to the south and east and arrives in the I-95 corridor this evening into the overnight hours. Well, if you take a look at the current radar loop, not much going on right now in the I-95 corridor, pretty much in the clear here. In fact, skies are clear, but clouds will increase pretty rapidly over the next few hours. Can be some snow shower activity by the end of the day. Some now starting to move into West Virginia. Some lake effect snows off of Lake Erie into the area just south of Buffalo, and some lake effect snow bands off of Lake Huron moving into the northern part of New York State. All of this area right here, western central Pennsylvania, will start to fill in with snow showers and snow squalls later today. And again, there can be some snow shower activity at the end of the afternoon in the region between D.C. and New York City. More likely after dark, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. We ought to see some snow showers up and down the immediate I-95 corridor in the Mid-Atlantic region. Some heavier snow squalls possible. In any of those snow squalls, visibilities will drop to near zero potentially, and even a period of steadier snow possible in the evening hours into the overnight hours. And again, a quick coating to an inch or two could occur given the current very cold ground level conditions. Well, let's take a look at some computer forecast maps for both tonight's accumulating snow and the bitter cold this weekend, and then we'll jump ahead to the Monday-Tuesday storm situation. This is all from last night's 0Z model run, GFS model run. This is the forecast map for this evening. Now, this particular map has the thicknesses on here. 510, for example, is a thickness in the lower part of the atmosphere, and generally that's correlated well with temperatures. The lower the thickness correlates to lower temperature values. The thickness layer kind of contracts in the cold air and expands in the warmer air. So thickness is a good way to look at low-level temperatures here. And I put the thickness maps on here because some of the thickness values that head into the Mid-Atlantic region and New England are some of the lowest I've ever seen for any kind of an Arctic air outbreak. This is the forecast map for early tonight. Notice the greens here. Just moving into the I-95 corridor, and this is all snow. And again, there will be some snow showers, perhaps as early as late in the afternoon, but more likely around dark. Snow showers and isolated snow squalls moving into the I-95 corridor, perhaps even a period of steadier snow. Low pressure off to the south and east of the I-95 corridor region actually will produce decent amount of snow in places like eastern North Carolina over the next 6 to 12 hours or so. Well, here's the forecast map for late tonight, right around shortly after midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Notice the entire I-95 corridor from D.C. to New York City enveloped by light greens here on the GFS model. And in fact, that's pointing to accumulating snow on the order of a coating to an inch or two, certainly in the evening and into the overnight hours. And notice these thicknesses continuing to drop here. 474 thickness is the core of the cold air mass, the coldest air, the coldest thickness seen in all of North America, right here south of the Hudson Bay by later on tonight. Well, here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning. Most likely any steady snow will be done with by tomorrow morning. Certainly can be residual snow showers on Saturday, any one of which can produce a quick coating. These thicknesses continuing to drop now. Northerly winds, northwest winds just pouring into the northeastern part of the country, and they'll gust up to 40, perhaps even 45 miles per hour or so later tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, just producing incredible, dangerous wind chill values down to 15 to 25, maybe even 30 below zero for the wind chill values, and temperatures dropping to near zero by late tomorrow night, early Sunday morning. Here's the forecast map for tomorrow afternoon. Notice a 480 thickness here in southeastern Canada, 486 right here, 492 thickness, some of the lowest thicknesses you'll ever see, correlated to some of the lowest temperatures you'll ever see in this part of the country. That 492 thickness just to the north and west of New York City, screaming northwest winds at this time out of the northwest, 40 miles per hour or so, producing those dangerous wind chill values. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening, Saturday evening. By this time, 480 thickness right here just on the other side of New York State, Canada border, 486 all the way down to southern part of New York State. Just some incredible thicknesses correlating to incredibly low temperatures on the way for tomorrow night into early Sunday morning. Again, parts of New England could reach some of their all-time record low temperatures, aided by some snow cover. New York City, Philadelphia, D.C. areas certainly can drop to near zero in and around those metro regions. And again, this could be one of the coldest air outbreaks. It will be one of the coldest air outbreaks in a long, long time in the Mid-Atlantic region, all anchored by a very strong Arctic high that by tomorrow night will be sitting over the western Great Lakes. Well, let's now quickly take a look at the Monday-Tuesday storm situation. That Arctic high that by tomorrow night will be sitting over the Great Lakes will be across New England, and it'll play a key role in the transition that looks like will occur here in the Mid-Atlantic region from snow to rain, because that high-pressure area will be pulling off the northeast coastline by the time Tuesday afternoon rolls around. This is the forecast map for Monday morning. By this time, some light snow breaking out in the I-95 corridor already. All this, at this stage of this upcoming storm, is in the form of snow. But as the high pushes off the coast, notice the winds in the Ohio Valley by Monday morning out of the southwest here. Milder air will start to pour in. Low pressure will start to form on Monday over the south central U.S. Let's now jump ahead 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for Monday evening. At this time, that light snow that breaks out on Monday looks like it'll become heavier by late in the day, early Monday night, and all that while a storm is starting to take shape in the southeastern part of the country. But notice, high pressure now, well off the northeast coastline. Isobars here follow the path of the winds in the low level out of the south or southeast, setting up. All that aiding in what is likely to become a transition from the snow early Monday night to ice later Monday night, and then ultimately to rain on Tuesday. Before that transition to rain, however, a significant buildup of snow and ice could very well occur, especially in the northern and western suburbs of the big cities. Finally, here's the forecast map for Tuesday morning. High pressure way off the northeast coastline by this time, and that low pressure takes kind of an inland track, and that is a key to the reasoning behind the transition ultimately to plain rain, south to southeast winds, pumping warmer air into the mid-Atlantic region. Notice these thickness values. This is the 540 thickness value at this time. We were talking about 492 thicknesses for this bitter cold weekend outbreak. All that cold air starts to retreat. Again, a transition from snow to ice to rain. Looks like it's in the offing for the I-95 corridor in the Monday-Tuesday period. Still several days to go, though. Things could change if this storm track shifts to the east a little bit. That would be a colder solution, more in the way of snow and ice. Certainly still within the realm of possibility, but right now it looks like a kind of an ugly storm for the Mid-Atlantic region with accumulating snow and ice followed by rain on Tuesday. But all that comes after a brutally cold air mass hits the Mid-Atlantic region with some snow tonight and extreme cold this weekend and some dangerous wind chill values. Stay tuned to VencoreWeather.com for any updates later today and through the upcoming weekend. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.